What's up, future millionaires? Today I want to discuss with you the 7 wealth lessons from one of my favorite books of all times, The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. Now this book's written over 100 years ago, but these lessons are super relevant today. And if you follow them step by step, it almost guarantees you wealth. Okay, so let's get right into it. First lesson is pay yourself first. Now the meaning behind that is to make sure that anytime you get a paycheck, anytime you get paid in general, whether it's a gift or income, anything, making sure that you take 10% of that and putting it in a savings account. Paying yourself before you pay anybody else. Now you may not realize you're paying other people, but every time you go to the store and buy a pair of shoes, you're paying Nike. Every time you pay your rent, you're paying the landlord. Every time you pay your utilities, you're paying the utility company. Just think of every expense as paying somebody else's lifestyle, making them rich. So it's important that before you do that, you're putting money in your own pocket first. Now the next lesson is something you've definitely heard in your lifetime. It's living below your means. And that means controlling your expenses. Think about all the people that have been rich, hit the lottery, or celebrities that come to find out 5 years from now they're dead broke. Why is that? It's because they're buying these crazy Bugattis and million-dollar mansions and going on wild vacations around the world. Mike Tyson owned a pet tiger. You know, these things aren't going to get you wealthy. Think about if you just learned to live off 90% what you made or 80% of what you brought home. Think about how much money you'd have to feel comfortable and actually be able to save up to do things with. Controlling your expenses is the biggest aspect of becoming wealthy. Now the third lesson is the most fun. It's making your money multiply. Now what does that mean? It means if you follow steps 1 and 2, you should have a surplus of money in your savings account that you can now do things with. That means investing, starting a business, anything that's going to turn your money into more money. This is how the rich get wealthy. They start multiple streams of income. You'll never get wealthy just working at your job, just one stream of income. You need to set aside a surplus of money that you can then use to multiply it. Kevin O'Leary, one of my favorite investors, has a great saying about money that I love. Rather than me tell you, just take a second to read it. Now think about what he's saying here. He looks at money as a tool, a way to go out and get more of it. He's not looking to spend it on junk. For him, it's a way to create additional money. Now the fourth lesson is guarding your money from loss. Now this isn't just simply expenses. This is any kind of investment or venture that you might make that could blow your whole account. You know, how many of these get-rich-quick schemes are these fake gurus out here that are promising you overnight success, only to find out that 90% of the people that invest with them are broke? Don't take advice from just anybody. You got a coworker at work that has a great new stock tip he wants to tell you. You see everybody running out and buying it. What happens a week later? They're all broke. Don't just listen to anybody. That guy that works the forklift at your work knows nothing about investing. And he's going to make you broke with him. A lot of people like to loan out money. You know, before you loan money, you need to establish that person's credibility, like a bank would. You know, what's their reputation for paying people back? What income do they have to make sure they're going to pay it back? You know, if someone says they need $5 till payday, is that payday ever even coming? Now for lesson number 5. Own your own home. Now there are definite advantages of owning a home versus renting. For one thing, you're building an asset that you can then later on sell for net worth. Every time someone makes a rent payment to you, they're buying you an asset that's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. You keep that asset for 30 years, you might be able to sell that for 3-4x what you paid for it. Imagine right now you buy a house with a conventional loan for 20% down. You get the house for $50,000, and every month someone's paying that mortgage payment for you. What happens 30 years from now when you decide to sell it? You might have made $500,000, $600,000 on something you initially paid $50,000 for. This is why real estate has created more millionaires than any other profession. Owning your own home is super important. Don't be a renter, be an owner. Number 6 is plan for your retirement. There's going to come a day when each of us can't work anymore. And we're going to hope to God that we've planned for this day. Maybe we've had a surplus of money that we've saved up in our bank accounts. Or maybe you followed step 4 and had multiple streams of income coming in where you now can sit back and relax because you have income that's paying for your expenses. You know, you don't want to get to 7 years old and have to be begging and borrowing from friends. You know, God forbid you go in some kind of care facility and your kids have to pay out of their pockets for your care. It'd feel awful. Maybe you want to look into life insurance as a way to take care of your final expenses. Step number 7, increase your ability to earn. You know, you want to come up with the knowledge that in any situation you could prosper. If you were to lose everything you had today, would you be able to rebuild? With the right knowledge, you could start from scratch and be a millionaire in no time. Hopefully I've taught you something new that before today you didn't know. So this drives home point 7, that learning and searching out new ideas is really going to help your net worth grow. Take the time to memorize these principles. Let them sink in. They really are the foundation to wealth. I don't care if you ask billionaires or people that have $30,000 in their bank account. Those 7 principles are the foundation of wealth. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. What's up, future millionaires? Today whatever. You know, don't take advice from just anybody, okay? Alright, so let's get right into it. Nope. The 4th lesson is guarding any of your money from loss. Now this isn't just expenses. This is crazy get rich quick, okay? Go scrap. You know, innovation is key. Oh Christ, what am I talking about? Go to meetups. What, meetups?